It is Wednesday here at Witches of the Moon, and I am your hostess, Blythe. This week's topic is about blood magic. Blood magic is one of those things that makes a lot of people squirm, and I'm not entirely sure. And I think it has to do with, some people are not comfortable with blood in general, and they're not sure exactly how to get the blood. And blood is also associated with power. Fortunately, nowadays a lot of witches are afraid of their power, so I think that is why a lot of people are uncomfortable with it, and maybe they don't completely understand why that they would need blood above anything else. Recently, actually the last week, somebody was saying in a group that I'm in that they don't understand why you couldn't just use hair or your fingernails when a spell calls for blood. Hair and fingernails are great, and they will connect you to a spell because it is a personal concern, but it won't fuel a spell and it won't give the spell more power. Your blood is life. Blood will do that. Blood is probably the most powerful thing that comes from your body that you can use in spell work. I mean, people use a lot of other fluids, but you can definitely, blood is like the one. So when you're using blood in magic, what I usually use it for is to give the spell more oomph. You're definitely powering the spell, and you're like, all right, I'm serious. I'm using my blood. I'm serious. Now, in order to actually get the blood, what I do and what a lot of other people do is you use one of the diabetes testing kits, and you just use the lancet to prick your finger, and there you go. And usually you get enough. I don't bleed enough from them, but that's what I've been using. Some people will actually learn how to tap the vein and take from themselves. Usually those are people that will give blood offerings and give them a lot more often, and they just work with blood a lot, so to them it makes sense. And if you're gonna do that, please learn how to do that properly in a safe environment and sterile, so you don't get an infection, because it could be extremely dangerous. That is why I don't do it. I don't know how. I don't like taking blood from a vein anyway, so I don't think I would ever get to that point. I say that now, but who knows. Another thing is, if you are a female, you can use your menstrual blood. Now, this is something that I've seen in the community. People think of it as two ways. People think of it as a powerful form of blood, and that you can use it, and it's very effective to help you with certain things. Some people see it as a waste product and think that it is disrespectful for you to use during offering. Of course, nowadays it is considered a waste product, but back in the older times, it was considered to be very, very powerful, and when a woman was menstruating, it was when she was at like the peak of her power. It was also said that when a woman stopped menstruating, it was actually her decision to stop it, so that was when she became powerful enough to actually stop that time. So I'm realizing as I'm saying this, I don't know why it's associated with power, if it's more powerful to be able to stop it, but whatever. Also, I have heard, I don't know too much about this, that there are what would be considered blood witches, and they're witches that only use blood in their magic. They use blood for everything. I don't know how factual this is. This is just something I've heard, and I haven't been able to have time to actually do my own research about it, which is something I am interested in, just learning about it. You can also use animal blood. A lot of spells will call for animal blood, and I believe that those are more for hexes and things like that. At least that's how I've always seen them used. from what I've heard, you can get animal blood at a butcher. So that might be an option. Some people decide to do it themselves when they do sacrifices. They will collect blood from a chicken or whatever else. I think chickens are the most popular for that. Okay. So this is not a topic that I know a lot about. I have used my blood in spell work. I've used it in protection work for myself and for my house. And I have used it with an offering. Mine went blank. I've used it for an offering. I don't do it very often. I've heard it's bad to offer blood to spirits because they can get attached to you and they can crave that blood. So I think that depends on your tradition and what you feel personally, if that's something that you want to do. I have given it as part of an offering when asking for something very, very big. So it felt right. I went with my intuition, and I believe that's it. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I hope you have a good one.